Hey there, stay two, talking to the camera again. I'm feeling a bit crappy today. I woke up with a stiff neck. It's like the third one. Third stiff neck I've had in like 2 months or 1 month. Like, yeah, my back is fucked. I don't know how to improve it really. I'm stretching, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing activation exercises. Stopped the gym, really. Walking an hour a day, every day. I've just come back. Yeah, it's not easy. It doesn't seem to be improving. I've got the massage gun. I've got these like the roller things as well. Like everything, the bands. It feels like an uphill battle. Yeah, mix that with like just constant crypto downside every day. I look at my portfolio is like less and less, and I am down bad. Like from the start of the year, like 70-80%. It's terrible. It's but you can't sell, can you? Because if you sell, it'll just usually when you feel that way and you want to sell, it just goes back up again, and then you've sold the bottom, and that's the fucking one thing you don't want to do. That's what noobs do. So you just fucking hold till it turns around, but it's just not turning around. It's just taking its sweet time because people are reacting to these tariffs and Trump, and people don't like the uncertainty of Trump. And I don't like this uncertainty of Trump. But I don't have TDS. I don't have like Trump derangement syndrome. I don't hate Trump. Yeah. Which is something I want to kind of touch on today is like humanity and their hate and where I think this hate is coming from mostly and where it's directed at mostly. See, the hate is coming from the people that claim they are essentially the not the hateful ones, like they are the empathic ones, right? They are selectively empathic, though. They select what they are empathic about. Like if it is an idea that they agree with, then oh yeah, they get all the sympathy. They get all of the empathy. Sorry, they'll give all the empathy. But if you have an opinion about something that they don't like, they will pigeonhole that. They will make that your whole identity. Right? It's very easy for them to just shove you in that box. For example, if I say, I like Trump, he's a great president, right? Like, I don't necessarily think that, but if I say that to someone who doesn't have that opinion, right? And there's a lot of those people around, right? And they're very loud and getting increasingly more violent, aren't they? They're getting increasingly more violent and aggressive. Yeah, in the name of love and inclusivity and tolerance, apparently. But if I say, if I think Trump's great, right? That they will just be like, you are a bad person. We hate you. You are not good. That one idea or opinion that you have sums up your whole character. That is who you are. Right? That is a utter intolerance. It's just pure intolerance. There is no bending there at all. There's no bending to be had of like, it's just like we sum you up to that point. That is all you are, right? You suck. That's what they will think. You bought a Tesla? Oh, you are evil. You are a fascist. You are a Nazi. I always thought that like fascism was sort of like a mindset. It's like a human mindset that is like my way or the highway, right? My way or the highway. That's what a fascist is, right? Someone who fucking, it's my way or the highway, and it's hateful and divisive, right? Yet I don't see as much of that attitude coming from these so-called evil MAGAs or whatever. As I'm a Brit, so I'm like looking at both sides, like kind of thinking, what? I think the left are the ones that are fucked up, right? You see them. I mean, yeah, the Jan 6 people were fucking stupid. The Jan 6 rioters were stupid, like dumb cunts for sure. I don't hate them, just like I don't hate the people blowing up Teslas. Do you think those people have hate in their heart though? Yes, I think so. The ones that are so-called against the hate. There's so much like hate hypocrisy going on from that side. I won't say the W word today. I don't want to say that word. But that is what it essentially is. It's hypocrisy, hateful hypocrisy. Like, I remember people like if you go on X, you read things about like we're not voting for Trump because he's hateful, right? Right. That's what I read a lot of comments saying we don't vote for hateful like people like that. They don't realize that what they're doing is showing the exact same level of hate towards him. Someone they don't even know, like personally. And there is so much hate directed towards him and the conservatives, I guess, right? Or maybe maybe I'm a bit blind. Maybe I don't see the hate from the right. I'm sure there is, yeah, for sure. I probably don't get. I'm probably on the side of the algorithm that's showing me all the hate from the left. But I mean, I can really sort of like see it though. Like every time I saw someone, like a video of like a MAGA person, they looked quite sort of normal, like kind of just positive, a little bit more, I don't know, personable. And then whenever you saw like videos of like the left, all the protesters on the left, they just look like they look angry, they look hateful, they look aggressive. I see so many videos of like aggressive lefties, basically. And it's just like, what? I thought this was the empathic community. Where's the empathy? Like, where? It's just hate. Where's the tolerance? There is no. It's all intolerance. Intolerance to different political ideas, intolerance to different ideologies, which it seems like is an ideology in itself, the intolerance. I'm really not sure like there would be a lot of like people on the right that would cut off family members for voting for Kamala, for example. I don't really like see that. Maybe they did. Like, I don't think. But I really think that a lot of the left cut off family members for voting for Trump. Yeah, I reckon that happened a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Everything I'm saying could be just pure conjecture, by the way. I am not like some arbiter of truth. I'm just giving you my opinions. Yeah, my brutal honesty. That's what I want this to be about. If you find yourself hating me for my opinions and what I've said, and you find it offensive, then you might be proving my point a little bit. And I also agree that maybe there's some hypocrisy that I have as well. Like, I sometimes have some hate, but I like to think that I know where that's coming from. I know it's coming from me rather than them. And I think that when I get angry or want to say shit about people or talk shit about maybe an individual or something, I like to think that I can see a little bit beneath the surface, like if they're acting weird. I like to think that it's just weirdness, that I'm not going to hate them. Or if people say things like, for example, like if someone gets very angry at me or in my face, kind of angry, I don't think I can meet it with the same anger, because I'm like thinking, what is this person suffering from? Because they're suffering because they've got this anger, right? Because I know, because I feel the same way, right? I've felt the same way before in my life. Like that anger, that hate comes from yourself. People don't give it to you. People love to say that these big things are happening to them, but really, people are happening to themselves. People are happening to themselves. They're not like, yeah, you get the point. So yeah, I would just, you feel like you have to tiptoe around things at the moment, don't you? Tiptoe around. And I feel like that intolerance, it's not really coming from conservatives. I just don't see it as much, because there's a sort of like logic in their way of thinking. It's not as emotional and feelings based as the left, right? Bill Maher even getting attacked at the moment for going to have dinner with Trump. I would just want people on the left to think like, hang on, you don't see how hateful you are? You know what I mean? Bill Maher used to like be critical of Trump, right? And he goes to have dinner with him. It's just like boom, they switch on him like that, like pretty mad to attack him for that. Like especially someone who is essentially a liberal and he's on the left. Like he's one of the main lefties, isn't he? Oh, it's just very gang-like. It's bullying, really, isn't it? It's bullying. It's actually victim bullying, because they feel like victims, right? And I guess that I don't know what it's really hard to think of their mindset, like how they justify their bullying, because they must justify it to themselves, right? They must think they're doing the right thing. They're like fighting fascism. That's what they think they're doing, right? They're fighting this fascism, which is kind of fucking laughable, really. Where's the fascists? You know what I mean? The KKK and like neo-Nazis with their like swastika tattoos and stuff. Aren't they the fascists? Like that. You know what I mean? Like the actual people who love Hitler. Some fucking guy who started an electronic car company is not a fucking fascist. If you think that, you have been brainwashed by the left media. And their sole purpose in the world is brainwashing, division. That's what they want. Now, again, if you find yourself absolutely like disagreeing with what I just said, that's okay, right? That's okay. You're entitled to disagree, right? But just if you find yourself hating me for it, where is that hate coming from, right? Is it me giving it to you, or are you creating it? You could take some responsibility for the feelings that you created within yourself. That is a skill that is dying of late, because everything is someone else's fault. And it's very childish to think that it isn't. No, sorry, it's childish to think. It's childish to think that it's everyone's fault, right? But your own. Like you create your own feelings. You create your own. You know what I mean? Take responsibility for it. If I'm angry at someone, really, I'm just angry, and it's just like someone else is triggering the anger, right? But it came from me. Like I always said, the reaction to Trump is worse than Trump himself. I know people just talking, saying like Trump created all this division, created all this hate. No, 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 no. You all created it yourselves. You are responsible for the way the world is now, right? Maybe all these like political, whatever, like rules that have been put in place, or like the policies and stuff. Like, yeah, you don't have control over that, but you all created the division and the hate within yourselves, right? You were the ones that cut off your own family members, right? Because you have the intolerance of a child. Yeah. Sorry to say, that's the way it is. That's what you did. As far as I'm concerned, right? My opinions again, my brutal honesty. And then if you think like, oh, this guy's talking shit, right? If you're thinking about me, this guy's talking shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe I don't. Yeah. Do you have that level of like conviction, like where not sort of level of self awareness where you might be like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Do you? Do you? Are you so sure of yourself all the time? Yeah. Are you so sure of yourself all the time? There's a lot of people that are so fucking sure of themselves, right? I call them smart idiots because they're smart enough to do the calculations, right? They're smart enough to have a job and like make money and all this and that, right? And maybe they know the technical terms of the economy and all these things, right? But they're stupid because they have no self awareness about the fact that they don't. What they spew out in the world is their own opinion, and that was not created by themselves. By the way, they were given that opinion, whether it be by mainstream media or by teachers, or everyone is just recycling. Do you have that level of self awareness to at least think, oh, maybe this guy's got a point, and maybe I'm wrong? Because I constantly question that as well. But then again, I don't think I'm not that hateful. So yeah, I can kind of like shit on myself. It's fine. Like I can talk shit about myself, call myself an asshole. I think that's quite empowering, really. When you constantly like, oh, everyone needs to be nice to me. Oh, everyone needs to say nice things to me all the time. How disempowering is that? Jesus Christ, how fucking disempowering is that? What's really empowering is saying, "You fuck, I'm wrong," or "I could be wrong," right? Or "I suck sometimes," or "I'm an asshole," like this and that. I think that's more empowering than "I'm perfect. I should be treated perfectly by everyone all the time." That is a serious insecurity. That's just insecurity fucking coming to the surface. That, yeah. So be secure in your fucking "I'm an asshole." Yeah, maybe I'm just talking shit. See? Maybe I'm just talking shit. Maybe I've got some points. Maybe I don't. Let's try to be less hateful. Try to be a little bit more. Take responsibility for yourself, for your emotions, for your thoughts. Right? Try to be critical of yourself. Okay. Peace.